Hello and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, I completed what was the Q room, or whatever the hell it's supposed to be. And I also received the gold file, but what's most important is that I think we are in the home stretch of the ending of this game. If there isn't like some other secret ending that I propose that there could have possibly have been, but I don't think it's going to happen. That being said, we're just going into it. And we're going to experience what this game has for us for the Phi ending. Resume. And key. Whoa. Go right through the box. The door's lock. It says lock. You guys ready? I'm all set here. Go for it. All right. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. Stop that! Jeez. One more time. 3, 2, 1. The only time that's happened. Escape Pest and Doctor of Escapology. I don't know. I don't know why I got 2 of them. I can imagine I got 1 of them for completing all the rooms, I imagine. Maybe it's escaping all of them with the gold files? I don't know. I technically don't deserve 2 of them, but that's besides the point. Even the silver files, who knows?
It opened.
We should get back to the Flore warehouse then.
I was clicking down below because that's where I need to progress the script, and I think I clicked on one of the squares in the room, so it technically counts as turning it on or something. Hey, wait. Did you guys hear something?
What?
Oh, okay. That's just part of the thing? You didn't hear it? It came from over here. It sounds like something turning on. Oh. See? I told you. Okay, this is one lion head eating the sun. The screen wasn't on before.
You're right. Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
It looks like an authentication screen. I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Kurashiki Jumpy doll. Is this finally that time?
Yeah, but what?
That was when I noticed that the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the... Right. Memento Mori. I'm trying to think of, like, which thing I'm going to be typing in. Memento Mori if the 9th lion ate the sun. Remember death. The 9th lion ate the sun. Oh. Of course. This was the real 9th lion. But if that was the case... Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember... I genuinely don't know which thing I'm supposed to type here. What happens if I, like, back out of this? I'm pretty sure it's Kurashiki Jumpy doll, because that's 9 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, yeah. But I do want to see what happens. I have a save slot. Damn. I couldn't figure it out. What was the ID I needed? What was the password? Did I know them? Had I seen them before? In another history? Perhaps it had something to do with that card. Yep. Phi had found an ID card on the old woman's body, and if I recalled correctly, it had said something about a password. What the password was, though, I couldn't recall. If the card was the key, though, then I need to put in the woman's name for the ID. Remember, Sigma. You need to remember. What was the old woman's name? What was written on the back of the card? Okay, at least I'm right with my initial assessment of it. To be continued! And that is immediately going to be continued. Don't care. Whoa. All the way here? Really? Okay. Put in the ID and password. So what happens? Am I gonna have, like, more scrolling to do? Yep, the lion is eating the sun. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yay. I'm having an epileptic seizure event. Kurashiki. And... what? Oh, yeah, that's right. Jumpy doll. Ba-da-da-dum. Accepted.
Sigma,
What?
look!
What? Hey, Kurashiki. Are you Akane? You're...
Akane.
K. Yeah. Alright, time has definitely passed. Clover and Alice... cryogenically frozen. But why... why are we here? What purpose are we serving?
Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a very long time.
He walked toward her. Slowly, carefully, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away. He reached out.
She's a hologram.
Yep, I don't know why you didn't think anything else. Also, why there? Tenmyoji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
He closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand. Now, where to begin?
Ooh. Seeing this 3D model move is making me uncomfortable.
You probably have a great many questions.
A little bit, yeah.
What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan.
Right.
All of this was required for the success of the AB project.
Yes, and this is what?
I assume you heard the name by now, at least.
A few times, yes.
In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan. The nonary game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project? The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
Yeah. Into the past. So you die now, but Phi and I are from the future. That would explain why. Is Kay older than me? I really can't tell. Like, Kay's face is the same as mine, but I really don't know. Kay definitely moves on with his life from here on. And then his consciousness and Phi, whoever she is, they're sent back in the past, and Sigma is experiencing what Kay in the future would, and he's seeing Kay now. Okay. What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not Tenmyoji, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is?
Q. Not quite.
I assume you saw the Q on the door.
Yeah.
It stands for quantum.
Oh. Quantum physics. Phi. Quantum shift. Quantum leap. Quantum computer. What?
That makes this the quantum room.
Mm-hmm. It took me a moment to realize she'd changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine.
So if I break it, what happens?
That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Junior, as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box.
Fuck, if I destroy that, Luna's also dead. So that option is not available.
Isn't that strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies.
Oh god, not this shit again.
Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, non-verbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But is that really true?
I mean, if you want to go down this route of saying that if humans had access to this ninth realm of dimension and being able to transmit information back and forth at will with no buffer in between, such as language that they say, that would mean that taking a raw input, so let's say through someone's eyes, as in Junpei to Akane in the past when she was a kid, taking exactly what he sees and is using it to solve her puzzle in the past. That is still using a buffer because it's using Junpei's eyes and what he sees. It's still an X equals a Y. It's not the exact thing. I know exactly what you're trying to tell me, but that's not how this works.
In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome. Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree.
Mm-hmm.
All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the 2 dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another. But this isn't the case.
Right. As I'm saying. So the thing that exists here that is transmitting information here can only take this information here. I understand that you're trying to get to a certain single point, but it's, okay. I'm gonna leave my gripes out of it.
If you expand your view and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk. In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions.
Right, connected. You're literally telling me what I'm spouting out. I swear to God, if there's like one more passage about me, like, getting angry with all this shit that you're trying to sound scientific of, and then you're gonna say, we don't actually know how it works. Yes, they're all connected in the 4th dimension, but the information can only be sent through the 3 dimensions.
Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility? I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tenmyoji. Tenmyoji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what it meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a 4th dimension,
Okay, here we go. All this shit.
I'm referring to the 4th dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line.
Mm-hmm.
In 1 dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces.
Indeed.
Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time. It is on that 4th dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time?
Nothing except for energy. That is the only thing preventing it. Energy. Because it takes energy, because it takes mass and the speed of light. However, it's mentioned that you can only move forward in time, but backward is theoretical. And in saying that, if you could somehow go backward in time, that would cause a discrepancy in positions already existing, because you were taking up space that was already vacant before. I've had this discussion with quite a few physics majors and metaphysics majors, as well as their professors and even higher-ups. If someone were to go back in time and take up a space that was previously vacant, that would cause so much heat that the universe around it would start to supernova again in that one spot. That's traveling back in time. But going forward in time, what you're doing is just making the energy that existed in that one point in time, the past or present, to the future, and just using all that energy up So literally you're just creating a post-apocalyptic world from that point on. There is no point in time that you should try to do that. It's just energy. It's unfortunate, but the only thing preventing time travel is energy. And that being said, light can only move one direction forward. However, if anything were to happen to go faster than 300,000 meters per second, is that right? 300,000 meters per second? I think so. If something could go even a micromillimeter faster than light, that is when we experience things that break the confounds of space and time that we know of, that would rip everything apart. Even this part, where we're going into theoretical physics, all that would have to be reworked over again. I like science, okay?
That theory is the foundation of the AB project. The A represents after, and the B represents before.
So after comes before.
It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman.
No.
But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life.
Okay. So Tenmyoji is... well, it's still not descriptive enough as to whether or not this... who knows?
It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Yeah, of course I do.
Why was that cheerful?
How could I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Suddenly it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something that we had no right to see. Tenmyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now,
Okay, so if Tenmyoji is indeed Junpei, who the fuck is Zero?
unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go prepare. The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
It's both until you open it. So I have to go back to a timeline where we open up. How far back is that? Wasn't there like 4, or technically 2 of the first routes where we picked the first 3 doors that we ended up seeing her? Like it just wasn't in the cyan door? No, the cyan door was the crew quarters, and the crew quarters we did open. We never opened it in... There was one of them we didn't open, I don't remember.
Sigma,
Yes?
Phi, you will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait! Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji, I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay.
Why do you even refer to him as Tenmyoji? And why not Junpei or Junpei or Aoi. It was Aoi, right?
I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait. Akane!
That kind of lost its punch. And then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fists he pressed against his thighs. What's... Oh, tears. Okay, I didn't see that. I was like, what am I waiting for? I kept quiet. What was there to say? Phi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all that we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. Reading ahead definitely helps. We made our way to the warehouse on the floor A and met up with the others. Okay, so I have to go in the past somewhere along the way and re-engage with Akane to stop Dio or something. Dio is going to try and kill whoever comes out first, and that unfortunately was Akane. If we go out, will he try and kill us, but we have enough fortitude and wherewithal and knowledge that he's going to try and kill us that we can stop it from happening? He's got a knife, who knows? I met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6. I gave Luna the Accelavir that I'd found in the Q room. She quickly repaired it and... Okay, now what about the rest of us that are still infected? Injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine.
Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Tenmyoji said nothing. We just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took a small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. The small boy's. I could see tears at the corners of his eyes. Good God, if I could just read, as he turned away from us. Suddenly, I remembered. Dio. Where had he gone? It didn't take me long to find him. Just desserts. He was sprawled, unconscious, on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off.
As it should have been, as I turned off all 4.
Thank you again for dealing with them.
Yeah, no problem.
You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Phi to see what she was doing, that she was doing the same thing. So, what now? After that, we headed back to the Floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Phi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Tenmyoji decided to remain in the infirmary, just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default. Which left me, Phi, and Tenmyoji. Can I still betray? You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round fight.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
Hey, you're acting like I might actually betray. I try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the A-B game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Mm-hmm. So what are we doing? Oh, okay, we're just seeing the tallying. There we go. Just like that.
Okay. I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah. I trust you. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
Probably choosing ally leads to like a good end, and then I can read through the rest of the gold files, like if I were to replay through the betray ending or something. I don't know.
45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh. Well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Right.
Okay. Let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when...
Hold on.
What's up?
I just remembered something.
Remembered... presently? Or remembered... remembered? What?
The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
It was the cyan door that she didn't appear in. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're right. Kane's body was in there. What does this mean? What does this mean? I don't know. Why didn't we find her body this time? As I've been saying this the entire fucking time. Yeah.
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
Okay. This is technically... Okay, if she wasn't murdered in this timeline... Dio was already a participant, you were saying? Is that what I'm supposed to get from this? He was already here by that time? Did he sneak on in this one? Is that why... I think this is also the route where Dio and Quark allied with Luna. I think. So if he was already in... that would make sense? Maybe? Who knows? But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Is it alive? Or is it dead?
Both.
Sigma, Phi. You will decide its fate.
The Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
Huh?
The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
Mm-hmm. What? No. That's impossible. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room, and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
Mm-hmm.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Now, where would that be in this entire fucking facility? Where was Akane now? Am I actually supposed to know this? The director's room is another white room that someone else, that one of the three groups should have gone in. So, if she wasn't there, that's not... Is she behind the number 9 door in the B warehouse? Maybe. Or was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? So we're going to... if she wasn't killed in this one, then she's waiting in... Dio is in number 5? Right? Dio accessed the one with Quark. 5, I think. Or what if she was just waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? To be continued! A new destination has been added to the flowchart. I said that there was, like, rooms somewhere, but I don't know where this is gonna fit. Maybe with all that added space that came later, maybe it's just, like, a new timeline that's going perpendicular to everything. Okay. What? Oh, yeah, that's right, before. That would make more sense. Yeah. Huh. Cool. AB room passed. Let's jump. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I? When the hell am I? Looks like an elevator, but...
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
Who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? Memory. I remember! You're Phi! She grinned. When is this?
Check your bracelet.
Very fucking beginning. It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time.
What? Because it was very long ago. How long did we have?
I think we're about an hour early.
Really? That long? Wait a minute. If you're right...
Yeah. Akane might still be alive.
Might.
We got back before Dio killed her. I think.
Then...
Right. We're here for one reason.
To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here,
Don't
fast.
need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Can I immediately just solve it? Because this seems to be the same room. Maybe there is a time limit or something on this room. That'd be such a dickish thing. We don't need to look there. This is our past, remember? That means we're just repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? The password for the safe should be the same one we got earlier? Exactly. Now hurry up and open it. Okay. Archive. Secret. AB... Oh, no, not that one. I wonder... yeah, all that. I wonder... If I type this in, what happens? Star, sun, sun. You need to remember the password for the safe. We figured it out last time. Once a password has been found, it will never change. Going back to the past or changing timelines won't alter it. What happens? What? Okay, I opened it. No! That's the wrong password. We need the other one to get the key. Okay, fine. Ruined my fun. Star, star, sun. Da-da-da-dun. Now I'll take this. There! It's open! Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. Cracker? Ugh. Damn, I meant the key. How the hell? Just shut up and do it. Does she have a nutcracker thing? Tie-in? Where she's like the Black Swan or something? Or what is it? Not Black Swan, those are two different things. Alright, let's just put this in here. For God's sake, just do it already! No need to yell. Alright. Good. Looks like that worked. And open the hatch. Ready, Phi? What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right! I'm going. 10, 9, 8, 1. Done. Hey! You pushed the button! Fight me. You were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Ugh. I found it! Phi and I climbed up through the hatch and out onto the top of the AB room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Okay! Akane! Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Okay. Time out. I just want to say that the whole thing about the future impacting the past, and only then and there does the future make the past happen by opening up the box and solidifying the past. This is literally going against everything that you've been saying this entire time. Because this is a direct impact in the past that affects the future. The future did come back to the past, but because the future's past is now the present again, and that is the future of the past, it does not mean that the two are interacting. Ugh, quantum hell. A knife glinting in his right hand. Shit! There was no time to yell to her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Phi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Really? Phi! What the hell are you doing? Get down here and... Is she, like, frozen in time? Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. What the?
He's fine. Just unconscious.
I'm surprised he didn't die from that. Good God. Is someone of our age jumping onto someone else that's around our age and then like aiming directly at his head and the trajectory, like you would crush his face into the pavement. Like I would imagine his head would just across the floor. I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Not at all. Yeah, I went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came. I've been waiting for you.
Hi.
You're here to hear the rest, right?
Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
That... what?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am.
Is this the route that Clover mentions that there could still be an Esper just out and about? Possibly? Maybe? It gets so convoluted.
I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you even going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least.
Okay, that's cool and all, but why the fuck would you freeze Clover and Alice? And apparently a third one.
In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy.
Right. What happens if you pull too hard, though?
That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one.
The world would still be the same. I don't fucking care at this point. It's the same world, but it just the way that you move.
From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time.
So why are we not experiencing multiple instances of this one instance right now, then? Like, why are we still just here? I guess that would be more like a fifth-dimensional thing, because then you could experience multiple timelines at the same time. Yeah, because fourth-dimensional travel is moving through time. Fifth-dimensional travel is experiencing all four a fourth dimension at the same point. Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Even that, however,
Again,
wasn't
theoretical.
enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the AB game.
Cool. Now, can we describe any issues to you that happened? We didn't remember everything. So, how do we go about fixing that?
That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
I get it. Also, what's up with my cybernetic arms? What's up with my eidetic memory for whatever reason? Who the fuck is Phi? Why am I K? There's a lot of shit that just doesn't get explained. Clover and Alice. How did Free the Soul continue to grow after Hongo? Probably the biggest benefactor of that society. No, well, not maybe the biggest. Who knows? Why? Why would Free the Soul want to stop you from sending people back in time? And if you were just testing this one instance, what is the practicality of this? Why is there a purpose for us going forward and backward through time and space? I get it. I think I finally understand. Okay, there are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you've told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Phi and I could jump through fourth-dimensional space with our memories intact. Right?
Yes.
But why did you need us to do that? Here we go. People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, and so has Phi. And so have you. Was this a preventative measure for Radical 6? Are we supposed to figure out how to procure immunoglobulin now and send it back in the past. But how far in the past? Because if I'm K in the future, sending his consciousness back to now in some host body that isn't technically K, but is my own, that we're in the future of when it was probably more important for you, to whom am I sending my consciousness to? Because there has to be a starting point. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Phi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable.
Mm-hmm.
You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that! What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that is all worth this? That is worth all this?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, good God, motherfucker.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Bullshit! That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked up his knife off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject!
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time. We still have to hold the game.
In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
Okay, so we return to the timeline, but if we travel through to this one and we are now interacting with this one, shouldn't this one in and of itself continue? Like, our body should remain here with you. We won't know what happens because we're going to return to that other timeline. But what happens to this one? That's what I'd like to know. What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Yes.
What's up with Zero the Third's voice?
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr.
Yeah.
His official designation is Logomorph. Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Why do you... I mean, I understand why she has jurisdiction.
Now, everything is in place.
Okay.
I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Oh, unsolved state. Okay. I thought it meant, like, an unsolved, as in, like, it's going to have a different answer. I'm like, what? How? Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future.
Right. So, this reality. What happens?
Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in.
Okay.
If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
Interesting.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. It was a small key attached to a string. A key. Have I seen anything that required a key Probably at some point. But it also looks like it was supposed to be a necklace. Or, like a bracelet thing. Because of the string. Key. A key. I don't know.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it.
Ankle?
All right, Sigma?
But... question mark? That only exists in this timeline. Technically. Because we saved it from the past to affect the future, but the future impacted the past to now impact all futures? If so, that key should not be there? What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was a thing. There was a keyhole on that gravestone, wasn't there?
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am,
You will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
What?
Go. Return to the future. You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you.
Okay, so after getting these 3 blocks of space-time, I now jump back to the best future timeline? Is what I'm thinking? And then I go back to the botanical garden?
Now hurry.
Wait! I still... To be continued, once again. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. Save again. And I'm gonna leave this episode here. I don't know how much longer this ending could be, but I think this is going to be the final stretch. Thank you so much for coming out. I don't know if I'm going to attach it onto this episode or if it's going to be its own, but in the meantime, I'll happily leave this one off for us to experience the next part together, as we've experienced the rest of the game together as well. So I don't know why I'm bringing it up. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much for coming out. Have a nice day.